Hello friends, welcome to the third video in this series of modeling the female Elf Paladin. In this video we will begin modeling her armor, breastplate, and as well her cape and skirt. All of these items, the ornaments and other things, we will make it in a low polygon, just because we just make a sketch before, and then we're gonna do the refine all of them. And as you watching the other two videos before, you must see that model will be used for 3D printing miniatures in resin or filament. Therefore, some cares are needed in the modeling process. We need to ensure that elements touch in another, each in another, and we should avoid empty spaces between the objects as much as possible. This will make the printable miniature more durable. This is one of my oldest modeling. I remember very well. I think it's a second or third miniature that I made, and it is a druidess, and I made his companion. It's a werewolf. It's a huge scale. It's not for tabletop games, just for decoration, just for put on the desk. But all these elements need to touch in another, and we don't need empty spaces between them. And I will show you how to do this to you avoid to have the problem when you're gonna print your objects, print your 3D miniatures. Well, let's go start. And for now, I'm thinking get some color here to make easier to thinking about how it miniature gonna be in the end. Let me just paint her skin and hair and other things. Oops. Okay. It's too yellow. Let me add some value. It's okay. The neck, it's maybe difficult to find neck. If you don't know how to select the meshes just on using the mouse, you just need to put the mouse in the mesh one you want to select, and then press Alt and Q and keyboard. I'm gonna select Alt Q, Alt Q, Alt Q. Then we're gonna select what you want, and then I use the color filter to make some color. I do this. I'm gonna do this because when you put another object, another ornament, an armor up on the body, I must see if this meshes don't cross on the other, like this. Let me show you. I will take the grab and I paint the mesh behind. If this happens, I will must see more easily if all meshes are painted. It's gonna be easier for me. Okay, now the hair. Elves usually had a bloody hair. It's blondie. I don't know exactly what to say, but it's a yellow hair. And eyebrows too. Okay, I'm not gonna paint the eyes. Maybe I will paint for white eyes just for now. Okay, white eyes. So let's put some clothes. Let's put armor, breastplate here. Well, in another character I use a cylinder to do this, and I'm gonna use two. I don't use the same cylinder that I use in the melee character, because the body, the chest in the melee is a little large, and the female chest is had a thing here, but in the boobs are really big, so that's really don't work. So let's add Shift A to add a mesh, and we're gonna put the cylinder, scale down a little. For now I don't need to be careful exactly the proportional, because I'm gonna change this a lot. I create a edge loop in the middle just to make scale down here, and double click to select all the edges here and scale down too, and I'm using G in the keyboard to grab, just to make a position here. But I need to make three parts of this chest, this armor plate here. This is a breastplate. I'm gonna use three parts to make this breastplate, because that's what I use in the other character too. Double click to select all, G to grab, just to position it here. And probably need to add loop here, add loop here, add loop here, here too. Scale, double click and scale. Well, I'm gonna change to the sculpt mode, because I want to use the grab brush, and I use symmetry too to make it. No, it's problem. It don't work because the characters are not in the middle of the word. You can see the Z. You can see the Z line, right? Just X and Y, but it's not exactly in the middle here. So if we're gonna try to use the symmetry, it don't work very well. But I don't think it's a real problem for now. I'm just trying to make it work as best as we can. Let's put down. This cylinder is it's a solid form, so that's gonna be useful, because we really need this solid form, because that's mesh I'm gonna throw in the older mesh here. That's good for the miniature. Let's push this down a little. That thing is a little weird because it's a large part, but we can put it closer than chest, her chest, and we select this part and push it down to closer than chest, right here. and this ornament 2 push down, and select again this, push down again, and let's look for a skin tone. There's no skin tone here, but this is gonna be out of the chest ornament here, and here too. Just scale down the brush. Well, now we just need to smooth a little to put the skin in there. Maybe it work. Okay. It's not good at all, but maybe it work. Okay. Here okay, here okay, okay. And let me make it better. Control Z. I'm gonna use the pen. It's better than mouse. Okay. Well, let's change it to the edit mode, and we'll see all these edges here, and I'm gonna use it to push down to make some arcs like this. If you press the number 1 in your keyboard, or come here and select mode vertex, this is gonna change to the edges to vertex, and you must select just one vertex and push it down, and I will push down one, and another no, and one, another yes, and push down, and another no, and then yes, to make this pointing. I don't know if this is correct name, but if you can see here, we just have an anagon. It's a face that had a lot of polygons. It's not good for modeling, because this generates a very weird face, and maybe gonna be a problem if you want to print it this way. So what can I do to just a little, wait just a little. Well, what we do to fix this problem, we just select this option, select mode face, or press the number 3 in your keyboard and select face, and press I in your keyboard and scale down, and you're gonna make a new face here and another faces around it. And I usually use this 2 times just to make it better, to make a special here. The special is very important when you're gonna print this before. And now I'm gonna change to the edges and select these 2 edges and grab down. I can't use anymore the vertex mode, because if I select just one vertex, when I push down, let's see what happens. We don't take all edges, it don't come down with the vertex. So I take these 2, I change to the select mode edge, or press 2 in your keyboard, select these 2 edges and push down with G, and we're gonna do this sometimes. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this in all around the breastplate, because here we're gonna cape, and this cape on our cover all the things, and you can see it anyway. So I don't need to do this. And this miniature is gonna be a little scale, a 32 millimeter scale. So it's a very small. That is smaller than my finger. So these little details, you can't see these little details like this. So as we have the cape here, and what have between the armor and the cape, you can see it very well, so there's no problem. You don't do all this sharpened things in the armor. So let's continue. Let's select just the breastplate and G to scale down, to going down again, G. That's probably had a better way to do this, but I probably don't know how to do it better. So sometimes I use this very manually. It's all manual. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. That's okay. So I need to make an ornament in the edge here, like this one. It's gonna around all of the object. So how we do this? We're gonna select the mesh what we want. We want to select all edge loop like this. You can see the all edge loop are selected, and we're gonna to duplicate it using Shift G. See, I just duplicated, and I press the right button in the mouse just to put it in the same place that it was in first. And now I press P and separate this edge loop to the all mesh here. Now we have a free edge loop. We have free edge loop here, and it's like a second mesh. But what we do now? What are you gonna do now? We're gonna convert it in a curve. Convert to curve. Now this edge loop, all these edge loops is a curve. It's a curve, and I'm gonna in the object data properties in curve, and we're gonna in a bevel, I'm gonna make just a little. Let me find it where it is. Oh, I think it's here in depth. Yes, it's gone. We just add some depth here to make this ornament in the edge loop, and you just come back again and convert to mesh again. So now you have this mesh here exactly in the same form, the same shape that you already had, the older mesh. But this is in a low poly, very low poly. When I refine this, remesh this mesh up here, I need to do this here too, and make some carefully, because if I remesh this mesh up here and I forget to remesh this one, you're gonna create some empty spaces between them, and the two meshes is don't don't you can't use boolean in these two mesh. Do you see? Let me try to show you what I want to explain to you. I'm gonna here and I'm going to a sculpt mode, or you don't need, probably don't need in sculpt mode. You must do this in the object mode, and you add a modifier. You're gonna be generate subdivision surface. I'm gonna subdivide 2 times. When I subdivide 2 times, you're gonna have a 3 level here, and as you see, when I do this, this curve is not sharper than that was before. And to fix it, I come back to the edit mode and I add some edge loops closer than edge loops, the edge loop, original edge loop, to make it sharpen again, like this. And I'm gonna do all this edge loop here to make it again. And I need to do this too in this form here. If I gonna add subdivision surface 2 times, we're gonna level 3 here, and I need to add edge loops here too. Same way, add loop here, add loop here, add loop here, and I'm gonna do exactly the same way. Why I don't do this after I remesh it? That's a simple question. There's a simple answer for this, and you're gonna see. I will show you. Okay. We don't have the modifier apply yet, so you can see all the faces here like a low poly. But if I apply this, when I apply it, and I come back to edit mode, this happen. You, of course, when you subdivide it, number of polygons, it's increased a lot, and you can take edge loop easily like a low poly mesh. See, you can find exactly the same edge loop if you had before. So that's why I do this in a low poly, and just after I apply the subdivision surface. I just put the modifier subdivision surface just to see how it look like when I finish. So I just I'm just apply this before I finish all the thing. Okay, so let's continue on this. Let's change to the edit mode and add my edge loops here. The edge loops, then more closely you add edge loops to another edge loop, more sharp will be your mesh. Let me show you this more clearly. This shape are not sharp a lot, so when I add an edge loop here and close that edge loop, then another edge loop, the original edge loops, there's gonna be more sharpened. So if you don't want very sharp face or edge, you just to let the new edge loop just a little far, and then gonna be okay. And they're gonna be here. We need to add edge loop here too, because if you can't see, that's a little round edge here, and we need them more sharpened because I need to this mesh touch in another mesh, touch in that ornament we made, and I will add and up it to make it sharpen, right? So let's see our ornament. Let's select just the two objects and separate this. Now I'm gonna come back to edit mode and I'm gonna add our edge loops. It's a little, we spend a little time doing this, but it really works. And when I use the ZBrush before, the ZBrush had a function and do this automatically. This is a hard word to say. Automatically. I don't know what is this. You understand? Yeah, ZBrush had a function do this automatically. I can't speak. I can't say it. Oh my god. Automatically. Oh, can't say that. Okay, sharp. Let me save it, because sometimes when I had a subdivision surface modifier, I'm using this modifier and I'm gonna apply it. When I gonna add some edge loops, the blender must be crashed, and when it crashes, you lost all your things you don't have if you don't save the file before. So it's very good to remember to save all the time your file, because you don't want lost a half an hour that you have working hardly, and that happens to me a lot of times, and and I made very angry, not hangry. Angry, it's a difference than hangry. Yeah, yes, I think it is. So we must see the two objects, two meshes touching in another, and it's not only touch, they need to going through one and each other. There's gonna pass through one another, because when we gonna use the boolean function, the boolean tool, that mesh must be touched and cross and through one into another. And we have this one here, and I have 3 pointed, very sharp points here and here and here. Okay, and let's change to the ornament object. Okay. I'm usually use the mouse to do this edge loops because it's more easier than use the pen. Okay, gonna need to add an edge loop here because it's very curved, and we need a sharp edge here. So if you can see this I don't know how we say that, curve, and that wrong polygons here. That's because here it's anygon. We don't have any face here, just one face, and a lot of polygons here around. You can see when we change it and select it, just one, like that's like down here. Oh, I did forget to add here. Now I think it's okay. Okay, and you're gonna select this face here and press I on the keyboard, and oh, that's a lot. Please don't crash, please don't crash. Okay, and then we add add loop here, and I think here it's okay. Here it's okay. Now it's gonna be sharp, very sharp. I think it's okay for now. Let me see here in the object mode, because in object mode we don't see that grids and that faces. That's okay for now. Now we can apply this and select this one and apply two. Apply two. Okay. I'm gonna make some detail here. I'm sorry. I was gonna change to sculpt mode. Select the crease sharp. Scale down the brush. And now, what we're gonna do? We select this mesh here, and let's add some polygons. We had make a subdivision surface before. Now we're gonna remesh it. If you can see here, we have a 50,000 vertices, so we try to make equal remesh, or more. This better more. It's very better. We have 200 and a half thousand here. That's okay, because now we can use the smooth brush to clean the mesh, to clean all the mesh without lost your details, lost your what you have made before. And now we come back to the crease sharp brush, and I use select stroke and stabilize stroke here, just to make I forget to press Ctrl, because I want to put it off. And I use a Ctrl for this and a normal from the other to make a up and one side and down in the other side. This edges here, you just come here and use I'm sorry, and use smooth. And this one we take a grab brush and put it in just a little. You must be careful to don't make a curve here, because it's a straight line. We don't want to curve it a lot, to curve it in this like a S. It's supposed to continue straight here. So okay, we're gonna do the same thing in the other side. Use the crease sharp, press Ctrl and pushing up, and normal pushing up too, and control and pushing up, and normal and pushing up. It's very easy when you know what you do. We're gonna see skin here. That's why I painted it before. I can't use the grab mode, or just use the inflate to inflate a little. Oh, and it's gone. And here we go. Press Ctrl to inflate inverse or deflate. That word exist? Deflate? I don't know. Yeah, it's worked for now. It's not bad for now, because this is just a sketch yet, and we're gonna make all details when we finish all the sketch objects of the model. And we need another breastplate for down here. For this, I just gonna duplicate. There's two objects, duplicate, and press right button on the mouse to put it in the right place and scale down here. But we don't need this up on part here. I'm gonna select it and sculpting mode, and I'm gonna box trim and let's take it off. And I press here in the face. This is gonna be blue because we make a cut like a knife, like a laser. And when we do this, the face is gonna be painted in another color. You just come here in face set and face set from visible, and it's gone. When we do this, we're gonna be here. You're gonna see just one face, or maybe sometimes two faces here. Now we have two faces here. I'm gonna select both and press I and scale down here to make it sharp. And we're gonna I probably, it's better than I try. Let me try to use the grab mode. If it work, if it don't work, we don't. If it don't work, we need to do the other mesh like this to put it down on the chest. The with to the what? It's the breastplate, breast, and the plate normal. It's okay. That's exactly the name. Let's grab it to in. Trying don't to deform a lot. I don't want to deform it, or try don't deform a lot. Oh, I forget one thing. When I grab this point, this down here is grabbing too, and I need to join this ornament with this mesh. For do this, I just need to select the two objects and press Ctrl J. When I do this, I join it two objects in one, but I join it and it's still are two objects here. If you come to edit mode, you can select just one up here, or just hold it down here. To real join it, we need to remesh it in the sculpting mode. But I don't need to do this for now, because I want to separate it before, because I want to paint this ornament to yellow. I don't remember that's painted in another model. I don't think it. I think it's not painted in another model, so that's not a problem. I do this because I join it, because when I push down, the two meshes go in together, and I don't have empty space between them. I must to grab a lot down here, because I need to see I need to see the other points. I can see the part of the body here, and I need to fix it. Okay, let's try to make it relative straight. Now I want to grab just this part here. I'm grabbing and I'm deforming a lot, so let's try to inflate to put it out. Okay, that's no problem for now because we don't make the fine details for now. I'm gonna fix it when I refine all the model in closer the end. Okay, what I do now to hide this, I just select the body with use Alt K and use the smooth brush and to smooth. When I smooth the mesh, the mesh will be trying to be almost straight than can make, and they're gonna eventually gonna hide. Here the crab. I think I lost the sharp form here, and I need to make it again, because when I inflate it I lost the sharp edge here. It's not working at all. Let's take them and do it again. And here problem, in this point here problem, we have probably a machine going make a loop inside, and it's a problem too when gonna make a boolean, so I need to smooth this. We don't need insider loop. Well, this move don't work at all, so I need to use a draw brush and put it down. I need to do this here too. Put down to hide it. Here I need to smooth here to show this sharp point here. And here we had a problem. As you can see, we had a space between two meshes here, and that's really a problem when we're gonna boolean. So I need to grab this up and put into the older mesh, and let's grab it out. There's not problem to it. This part of the model be like this because it's gonna be hide when I finish the model. As you remember, we will have a cape down there, but maybe it's nice if we can see this edge here. So let's grab it better. Let's see. Now I can see, but that problem here. That problem there. Okay. Let's grab a little more. Grab. Okay. Okay, that's this part we can see. We're gonna make a belt here. In this belt for now, we're gonna use just a cylinder. Shift A, cylinder. Let's went down, scale down here. Let's straight here, and let's put it here. Scale. Okay. In the edge mode, let's add some edge loops here. If you roll your scroll mouse, you add automatically little more loops. And let's grab. Now we can use. Well, this deformation in the brush happens because when we add a cylinder mesh, they're gonna put in scale, original scale, and we scale down. When we do this, the brush gonna be straight. So to fix it, you just select here and press Ctrl A and apply the scale. Now the blender will change the original scale for the scale, and now your brush are okay. You don't have that deformation. I need to scale a lot here. Okay, if you can see very well, the belt here are I don't know how to say that word. That belt will fill that empty space between the legs and that plate armor, that leg armor. That's good, because that's very good when we're gonna use the boolean tool. Here I'm gonna push up. Okay, there's no empty spaces. I hope that's not empty spaces here. No, it's gonna inside one another. That's what I say. That object is gonna be inside that another object. So when we're gonna use the boolean, that boolean is gonna works. And we don't have empty spaces between it. So that's gonna work. Let's paint the belt the brown color. Just a little. It's too red. Too much red. But better. That's better. Well, we have almost 50 minutes in this video, so that's probably we must stop for now. In the next video, in the part 4 of this video, we're gonna make a cape and the skirt and the pants, if we can do this in this time. But I think we got it. So thank you so much for watching this video at the end, and I waiting for you in the next video. Thank you so much, and subscribe in our channel. If you want to know something about this process, you just let me know in the commentary. Just send me a message in this video, and I will answer to you. And thank you so much for everything. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope I can help you in your modeling process too. If you want to see all my models to buy in internet, you can find it in mymanufacturer.com and coach.com. Link are below, or in Patreon, link are below too. You can find all my models. You can make a download it for printing your own 3D print, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you use this miniature for RPG games. I love this. I love D&D. I have my head dragon here. It's a very nice head dragon, and I use it in my D&D games. It's very nice. See you later, and thank you so much.